Mickey Mouse, man. That dude's a real a-hole.
We're in first place in the frickin' Idiot League.
Two idiots talk sports. Sports talk. Funny and uncensored.
Woo! Good Thursday to you, August 23rd. This is Two Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits. I am Chance Del Fuego. With me is Drunk Tim, and we have Blair Smith. And Blair Smith's lovely wife is with us today. We are here. We're about to bring you the whole milk, not the almond milk of sports today. We have got a whole lot for you today. We've got breaking news from last night about the Urban Meyer situation. We have got
this is intense.
Our college football preview, which of course some of this will impact. We've got a full show for you today. But before we get into all of that, how's you guys' week so far? How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah?
My week sucked ass. You know, like if you're a regular listener, I wasn't here last Sunday because, you know, I had other shit going on. But
you were mauled. You were mauled by a bear.
I was mauled by.
That's what we came up with.
How did you even come up with that? Like I was mauled by two bears.
Oh, my bad. It was a husband-wife duo of
like,
bears.
They freaking gangbanged me. It was.
Wait a minute, were you mauled or something else? My God, man.
It was something else.
Were they Catholic bears?
They were
Hey,
like.
look at these pictures I got.
I think that they voted for Trump.
Wow.
But I don't know how they got their voting license and everything, but it happened. So, anyways.
Wow.
So, but today I'm fantastic.
I want to bring something up. It's totally not sports related, but it came up this week.
That's what she said.
I feel like this is, yeah, kind of. And it's one of those things where, okay, I've never heard this before. Help me out. Maybe you've heard this before. But it's come up that, hey, it's really a good thing for guys to drink lots and lots of pineapple juice. And I thought, pineapple juice?
Well, it's healthy.
Like, what the hell? Like, what does it do? Does it help with, stop cancer? Does it help with your electrolytes? No, apparently it's something sexual. So, pineapple juice apparently helps
for longevity, like that kind of thing.
With
like
the sweetness,
stamina,
taste
of
yes, the aftermath.
I've actually talked to a lot of chicks that have swallowed my cum, and
okay.
What you eat,
and we have them on speed dial right here. Let's let's go to the first one. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, like I've told you
both of them
before.
on speed dial?
Well, I think he is friends with my ex-wife on Facebook or
Same
something.
girl, different wig.
Oh, okay.
No. So
Home number and cell number.
The mother of my son.
Right.
So she took a pregnancy test in my apartment bathroom and everything, and she found out she was pregnant. And so she came out and she was looking so distraught. And I was like, listen, honey, like, it's going to be okay. We're going to figure this shit out, all that kind of stuff. But, you have to stop swallowing my cum now. And she's all, what the fuck? I was like, because, whatever you eat, the baby eats. And you don't want our baby being a cannibal.
Wow.
So,
Who's going to test this out? Which one of you?
The pineapple juice?
Straws?
The pineapple juice?
Who's going to drink the juice and who's going to test?
I vote.
I've heard that Taco Bell is not good for that. I've actually heard Taco Bell is not good for that.
So that's on the opposite end of the spectrum. You've got pineapple juice, Taco Bell.
Yes.
Okay.
Or asparagus, probably.
No.
Is it the taco meat aftertaste or something?
It's possible.
Like that kind of
probably some of their seasoning.
This is new to me. Like I said, as of this week, I mean, this is the first I've heard of the pineapple juice thing. So I didn't know this was a thing.
Well,
I'm just curious if you're insinuating that Taco Bell actually puts real meat in their tacos.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking of the aftertaste.
I'm sorry, but Taco Bell food, that may be true, but It's delicious. Like, I want to suck all the grease out of every ounce of meat that they have there.
Well, I think we know who's taking the shot.
That's
There we
right.
go.
Who's drinking apple juice?
Oh,
Question.
by the way, we're at the On the Border Studios here in Oklahoma City. They do use real meat, and
It's fresh.
I haven't heard about the aftertaste. But if you find out, let us know. On Twitter, we are at Idiots Talk. We're on Instagram at Two Idiots Talk Sports, and we have a Facebook page. And comments, questions.
Please, questions.
Let us know about any On the Border aftertaste that you have. I don't know if we're bold enough to. We might have a review later on. I don't. Who knows?
No, we're
But-
totally going to. We're totally going to.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Not with each other. No, I mean it's 2018, but we're not necessarily 2018.
No. I thought you meant like responding to comments and questions.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we'll totally do that.
That's why they call me Drunk Tim.
Yeah, we won't go like Facebook Live and do like a thing.
So what's on your mind, man?
Okay, first things first, we have to, what a great day to get started. Last night, normally stuff doesn't come out, breaking news doesn't come out at night, but it did yesterday for Ohio State.
That is crazy.
And how the wretched Ohio State, last night, after deliberating for over 10 hours with the board and the investigators and all this stuff, after 10 hours, they come up with the decision that Urban Meyer should be suspended for 3 games this season, which include
That's disgraceful.
the first. They play Oregon State, Rutgers, and then TCU. And then here's the weird thing.
Wow, those are big games.
Yeah, they're pretty decent on non-conference games. But the thing is, he's only completely suspended. Now this is without pay. Whatever. Anyway, he's suspended without
Like
pay.
he cares about money.
Yeah, he's suspended without pay for he's only fully suspended for the first game. In the next 2 games, he's allowed to actually practice and prepare the team for the game. He just can't be there on the sidelines for the game.
What a joke.
So he's fully suspended for the first game, and then the next 2 weeks he can help the team prepare for the game, but he just can't be there on the sideline
That's ridiculous.
for
That's
the other
beyond
2
ridiculous.
games. That's the actual ruling. And then
And he won't be able to get the wins on his resume.
No, like he really gives
No,
a shit about
well,
that.
he probably doesn't, but
And then
that
the
is a thing.
The athletic director, Gene Smith, he has been suspended for 16 days without pay.
What the fuck?
That's
What
it.
is wrong with this world?
That's their ruling. That's Ohio State's ruling.
What NCAA rulings? What is that?
NCAA
That's more
hasn't.
important.
NCAA hasn't stepped in at all. This is Ohio
There
State's.
are no infractions as far as the NCAA is concerned.
Right. This is a
Isn't that wrong?
That's an internal matter.
It's an internal matter. It doesn't. Some people are trying to make it an NCAA thing, stating that it breaks some Title IX codes and things. But I'm not a lawyer and I'm not smart enough. Remember, I'm an idiot. I'm not that deep into that legal shit, so I'm not getting into that.
I mean, you're smart. You know your shit. So I'm just.
But they say there's potentially some Title IX things that were violated because Urban Meyer's wife works for the university on the medical side. She's
I didn't know that.
And so there are some things that she withheld information and things like that. So there's things there, but yet it's just been kind of pushed under the rug type of stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of feel like it needs to be one of those right and wrong type of things.
Well-
And like as a society, we have to, something has to be done because all of that is beyond ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, I look at it in this context. If you remember Des Bryant, I'm not a big fan of Des Bryant, but if you remember back when he was with OSU,
Yeah.
he went and worked out with Deion Sanders. The NCAA slapped him with a 10-game suspension
In college.
because he worked out with Deion Sanders. I think they had lunch too. Maybe it was a nice lunch. But
They probably
10-day
He probably
suspension.
spent like
let's
$300.
let's look at what Urban Meyer has done, or has turned away from, allegedly, right? I guess you gotta use those kinds of words.
Turn the other cheek, or
No, that's a different. Like if he got kicked in the balls, he turns his other cheek or something. But
like kick me in the ass.
he looked the other way. But okay, there's been a long case of domestic violence, allegedly. Multiple police reports. There's been pictures, texts sent from the ex-wife, Courtney Smith, to all of the coaches' wives, and it came out in the investigation that they are positive that his wife, talking about Urban Meyer's wife, has spoken directly with Urban Meyer about these things. But they don't have, I guess, definitive proof or whatever.
Evidence, all that kind of
Right,
shit.
but they are positive that this has happened. But you know what? That's enough to, this isn't the Supreme Court. That's enough to go off of. I mean, it's
Yes,
not like,
exactly.
you don't have to be there for the beating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me film this.
You don't have to work off of all this stuff and get so technical and alleged and stuff. It's, dude, where there's smoke, where there's fire. There's like 6 years of abuse and this stuff. And I talked about Sunday where he's like taking penis pics at the White House when they won the national championship next to the presidential seal towel. And he's ordering $2,200 of sex toys and male clothing and
What
shit
the fuck?
to be, and
What
it's
in
sent
the fuck?
to the Ohio State coaches' offices.
Are you serious?
that-
What an idiot!
But Urban Meyer never knew about any of this stuff. So apparently he was never at the coaches' offices or something. Somebody signed for it. I mean,
Yes.
good God, here's
You
your
have to.
sex toys, sir. I need what's your last name? They always ask your last name.
Here's your sex toys.
Like, nobody can ever spell my last name, but I'll be like, yeah, here's my last name. And they're just like, okay, great. And he walks away. I'm like, you can't spell that. What'd you ask my last name for? You don't know how that's spelled. Anyway.
We have your name on file. That's how it's supposed to work, that kind of thing.
But somebody signed. I mean, you got all these things. You've got the 2015 stuff that came out and was, pretty obvious. And then
2015, wasn't he with Florida then?
No. 2009 he was with Florida. They have stuff all the way back to 2009.
He's had health issues. I don't know if it was cancer, but he took a
Urban?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Man, I didn't do enough research. I don't know.
Break it out the Google.
He
Okay.
had health issues, and so
I know he had health
took
issues,
some
but I don't
games
think
off.
it was cancer. Was it cancer?
I don't know if it was cancer, but he had health issues.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know
did.
if that's true
Yeah,
or not.
in between jobs, he did have health issues. I know his
And-
family was very persistent about, hey, don't work so many hours that like it's getting to you and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, the wear and tear of
Right. I know that there was
much.
that kind of stuff. But it just seems like the investigation comes out and they say, well, they even found, this is what's sad, they found that he went back, basically when this report came out from the journalists, that they had found that he had gone back, once it came out, he went back and deleted, anything past a year away, he deleted all of his texts.
That's a lot of text, I'm sure.
He deleted everything. Now, he deleted it. I mean, come on. Huh? And so it just seems incredibly obvious. Like that somebody's hiding something.
Yeah, if you go through an entire year of text and you're deleting them, yeah, of course, there's
no.
a shitload wrong with that.
No, these are the texts that were beyond a year. Because remember, all these things happened. See, the guys, Zach Smith and Courtney Smith, are now they've been split for a while. They were married.
Oh,
they're
shit.
divorced.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So all this stuff, 2009, 2015 is your sweet spot of abuse.
Okay,
right?
so wait a minute.
Wait a
so
minute. I don't know. Is that not a sweet spot of abuse?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that doesn't sound right.
2008.
Yeah, it's 2018.
But-
But,
but-
sweet spot of abuse.
But no.
But so that means
So
all
when,
the texts.
when a split up happens, you know
Yeah.
you've been through a split up and everything like that.
Yeah.
Whenever you go through that psychologically, like shit comes up. Shit comes up that you wouldn't have brought up while you were with this person.
Right.
It totally happens all the time.
But a lot
like
of this stuff came
millions
up
of times.
during. That's the point. A lot of this stuff
That's
came
what
up
they're
during.
angry. That's what everyone's angry about is that nothing was said and it wasn't brought up. And was it a Me Too thing or?
Think about it. If this guy is bold enough to, at first glance, if you say, "Hey, this guy's an abuser," to me, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. I admittedly just say, "Hey, I don't know." I don't just push it away and say no way, but I just say the truth is I don't know. But if you have all of these things of saying, okay, there's abuse here, or the guy's doing penis pics at the White House, I feel like that's pretty bold. You're ordering sex toys to your coach's office. I feel like that's really, really bold. I don't care what line of work you're in. If you're working for whoever you work for and you're ordering $2,200 worth of sex toys and etc. to your place of work, that's bold. I don't know how else to look at that. I don't care if you're a coach for Ohio State or whatever.
And we're not even talking about the fact that during this time, he was also having an affair with an Ohio staffer that was reassigned.
That's right. That was part of the
part
photos and the film.
I didn't even hear about
part
that
of the
shit.
cover-up. So
Yes. So all of this is being covered up, and so the investigators know this stuff. But in the sake of Ohio State, in the sake of winning, 3 games, really only one. Yeah, slap on the wrist. I mean, so he's going to be gone for that Oregon State team. I mean, we'll be rooting them on. Go Beavers.
go Beavers.
Which seems a little ironic.
No, actually, there's hey, listen to me, dude. There's a company called Beaver Express.
Yes.
I called them. I would hey, I would like some beaver delivered to my house.
Yeah.
And they hung up on me. What assholes?
Yeah, you expect beavers and you expect them quickly.
A Beaver Express. I mean, what else is in their name?
Dude, that's going to be great. Be like, come on, Beavers, come give it. Yeah, give it to Ohio State, man. Beavers, come out to play.
I thought you were doing a Jeepers Creepers thing.
Yeah, no, like Warriors.
The bottles on your fingers.
That's right.
Beavers, Creepers.
God,
Where'd you get them peepers?
Too bad they really are going to suck. Anyway.
They used to be decent.
Oregon State's going to suck. It's not going to be a good game.
Steven Jackson, he was pretty impressive.
He was. That was a big beaver. He would have run over the Ohio State program.
One time
He was a big beaver. That dude was huge.
I went up to my ex-wife and I was like, I'd like a little pussy. And she was like, me too. Mine's as big as a house.
Wow.
So she must have felt like Steven Jackson. It's, it's the way that the world works. It's how it is.
Yeah. Everything's bigger in Oregon.
I'll grab you another Coke. Did we need anything
Thank you.
else?
Hey, do you agree that Steven Jackson was a big beaver?
Who is that? Steven Jackson?
He was a running back for the Oregon State Beavers.
Nobody has been nothing about football.
No, he was a huge beaver.
Yeah. Thanks.
The only Beaver I know is
He-
Justin Bieber.
Bieber.
Beaver Express.
Awesome.
He's saying Bieber.
Yeah, but Bieber
Oh!
close enough.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud of Justin Bieber lately.
Yeah, he could play for Oregon State.
No, he could.
Oh, you're talking
maybe
about
as
on
a
another
towel
level.
boy. Like as a towel maybe.
No.
But he'd probably be singing and moving his hips and shit.
Oh.
It is what it is.
I don't want to stay on this much longer, but just the press conference was real trite last night. I recapped it and stuff. It was just one of those, here's your script. Let's move on with our lives. Let's get to football, and hopefully everybody will forget about this. I hope we don't forget about this. This is really some bullshit. I'm just calling it. I think it's pretty obvious. It's bullshit. I don't know where I lay. I don't know where I lean as far as I know. There's a lot of people who are like, "Hey, you should be fired," or a lot of people that say, "Hey, he should at least be suspended the full season." I feel like I'm at least on that level. I feel like I'm at least on the level of he should be suspended a full year.
I feel like it should be worse than that. I feel like he should not be allowed to coach ever again. Maybe in the California Penal League.
Yeah, but that's hard to. How would Ohio State
justify it?
Yeah, remember, this is an Ohio State ruling. They can't come out and be like, you can never coach again for the rest of your life. I mean, when there's 130 other colleges in Division I that would be like, yeah, come here, Urban Meyer, we'll let you win.
Yeah, of course.
But would they?
And bring your penis pick guy.
Ohio State fires him under the right pretense of saying, hey, you allowed this to go on. He's going to be ostracized just like Art Briles.
Yeah, it's our brand.
He won't be able to find another job.
I still feel like Art Briles is another level, though, man. That dude turned away on college girls getting raped at the school. That to me, that's just. I mean, this is bad, but like that's just another level of bad. I mean, they're both bad.
It's
all of
another
this should
level,
be-
but again, in the court of public opinion, if you fire an Urban Meyer for this and you say this is what this guy let happen at the university, he's unhireable at that point.
He could be.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And like we need to start something new with like a chain reaction. This culture, this society, all that stuff, it's gotta like make an example of all of these assholes. Once that shit happens and continues to happen, like we're not going to accept this bad behavior. And if you do that bad behavior, you are fucked. Like you can go to the unemployment line just like everybody else and put your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, it's great and all, but when you have people out there that care more about winning and care more about those kinds of things, then
Greed.
that's not going to change much. And I feel like that's the statement they made yesterday. When they talked, they didn't address Courtney Smith. They were asked questions about what would you say to her, and his response was, talking about Urban Meyer, his response was, I'm just sorry we're in this situation.
Yeah, of course he is.
What kind of bullshit comment is that? I'm just sorry we're in this situation? Like, can anybody else get
a
away?
pussy comment.
Like, Charles Manson. All these women, all these people have been killed and stuff. What would you say to the families? And I'm just sorry we're in this situation. Okay. Timothy McVeigh. We know you blew up the Murrah building and all these people died, 168 in Oklahoma City. What would you say to, I'm sorry we're in this situation? What a bullshit.
I wish it was different.
What a bullshit quote. I'm sorry we're in this situation.
That's basically saying, I wish I wouldn't have got caught.
That is exactly what it's saying without
it is.
saying it.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it's saying. I'm sorry we got caught. Damn. Maybe next time we'll
Maybe next time it'll go better, I guess.
It's terrible, man. It's just like it's. I'm sorry we're in this situation, man. Sucks to be us right now.
No, we're sorry that we're in this situation as well because we have to prosecute you.
Yeah,
we would rather not have to prosecute you for doing terrible things.
Yeah, it's so outrageous. It's not like I really liked Ohio State before.
No, I hate Ohio State.
But this like totally puts them like, it just sheds light. I hope the rest of the country just kind of
follow suit.
Just kind of pukes on this. Like,
yeah. So now I have a college team to hate this year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go Big Blue.
Thank you, Ohio State.
Go Big Blue. Woo!
Oh yeah, big Michigan fan this year. So
all wearing khakis.
Well, and go Beavers.
Go Beavers. Well, actually, I became a Michigan fan, which I normally wouldn't have done. But they got Jim Harbaugh that the 49ers fucked over really bad. Yeah. And I hate the 49ers because of what they did to him. This amazing coach that took them to the fucking Super Bowl and almost won it.
Yeah.
And like revamped their entire...
They would have had it if it weren't for Lights Out Gate.
Yeah, that shit was weird. Shit was weird.
Lights Out New Orleans Gate.
Man, that's one
that was
of the
a weird
weirdest
deal. That's
thing
one
that
of
I've
those
ever
little
seen
conspiracy
in sports.
deal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's give Ray Lewis another Super Bowl on top of his murder.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. Sorry. I really love Ray Lewis, dude.
I love Ray Lewis too.
He's a legend.
I love a murderer. Fuck, I hate myself. Right? Anywho, but yeah, God. So he went to Michigan, which he was a Michigan guy. I think he grew up there or something. And anyways,
Yeah.
So just thank you for telling me all this information, like this ammunition that I need to hate Ohio State even more than I already did.
Yeah, well, we didn't even need this. They just really helped us out. So
Yes. Thank you, Urban Meyer.
yeah, thank you, Urban Meyer. So hey, switching bases real quick. Have you heard about this? I thought it was a joke when I heard about it about a week and a half ago, but it turns out it's the real deal. It is now signed. It's going to happen. Pay-per-view event. Tiger versus Phil Mickelson for a $9 million purse. It's pay-per-view, November 21st, Thanksgiving weekend. They're going to battle it out on a Las Vegas country club golf course.
Just the two?
Just the two. Mano y mano, Tiger versus Phil. People have been asking for this forever, right? And so now, $9 million purse.
Woo,
And,
wee.
okay, golf fans have been talking about this for a while.
No, I'm a fan of golf. I know you don't understand it, but
I'm a fan of Top Golf. Hashtag Top Golf. We would love to. We would love for you to be our sponsor. Top Golf, we love you. Top Golf, sponsor us. We love you. I love Top Golf. Top Golf, we love you. Hashtag Top Golf.
thank you, David.
Hashtag Stephanie Kardashian. Thank you.
That's our lovely server.
Penelope. So, anyway, but yeah, this is happening November 21st, Thanksgiving weekend. Something to watch while you're full of turkey. Phil versus Tiger.
I'm
If
totally
we need
down.
anything else to put us to sleep.
Quick thoughts, right?
No.
Boom, good thought.
No,
Seriously.
that's gonna be fun.
No,
like
that
I'm
would have
totally
been fun
enthralled.
10 years ago.
Exactly.
Okay?
Okay, so we're talking about Tiger, who might be the GOAT.
Let's talk about real quick. Who's going to win November 21st?
Mickelson.
You think Mickelson?
Yeah.
Why is
He's totally
Mickelson going to win?
Well, Tiger's kind of been on the upslide.
Yeah.
Is that the word? But no, Mickelson has won his green jacket like way too recently. Two? Oh.
Total.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Like way recently. It's been a lot of young kids that have been winning it lately. But, man, Tiger, he went through that ordeal with the chick that he fucked or didn't, and then...
It was more than one.
Chick, it was a slew.
Or chick. It was a slew.
It was a
Is
slew.
that-
Does
is that
anybody
like-
use that word anymore?
is
Slew.
that-
It was
is-
a slew of
is-
women.
Like,
I think
hey,
it was
what
a
do you...
slew of sluts. It
What
was
do you
porn
call...
stars and Perkins waitresses.
Well, yeah, one of them was a Perkins waitress. That's
Yeah.
correct.
What do you
Server.
call... What do
One
you
of them.
call...
I think he did the whole restaurant.
What do you call, like, a group of birds? That's a flock. What do you call a group of women? That's a slew.
That's a slew. A slew of women. That's what Will did, yeah. The slew of women.
Oh, no, he did the goat of slew of women.
I think he actually did a goat. Does that count towards his
He
numbers?
might, if it was a female, yeah.
Hey,
Like,
sometimes you gotta, ramp up your stats. Like, I want my triple-double. And, you're gonna be known for the triple-double. Nobody cares if there's a goat in there.
I am the
So
goat.
what do you think, Tiger Phil?
Based on the way they're playing now, I'm going to have to go with Tiger.
I gotta agree with you. Before these last three tournaments that Tiger has really come back from, I would have said Phil in a heartbeat. But Tiger just got second in this last major tournament. And so
He looked good.
with the momentum that he's got going on right now, and Phil, admittedly here lately, has been on the decline. He's really not been that great the last few tournaments.
No, that's an
He's got that endorsement with the Crohn's disease or some weird shit.
Hi there. I'm Phil Mickelson, and I have Crohn's disease.
But no, he's
Side effects include a bad swing.
premarital suicide.
What?
I don't even know what
That's
that meant.
What is that?
Premeditated. I think that's what I meant.
That's way down there in the fine print.
Premarital.
No, you better wait till you get married.
No, I'm sticking with my first answer.
Good night. Be a God-fearing human being and wait till you get married before you do that suicide. I mean, what is that?
But
anyway,
no,
Crohn's.
he's got this endorsement with.
Does he have the
pill.
beaties? I don't know what the does he. It
Did
takes
you
a
say
pill.
the beaties?
The beaties.
Does
Diabetes.
he have the beaties?
Yeah. Is that what it is? I don't know.
But no, he has
Thank
it.
you.
He has
We do
a
need
thing.
somebody to Google because we're all over on it. I have no idea. I've
he
seen
had-
the commercials though, and
You
I
have?
can't remember what it
And
is.
he's all smiling like, yeah, my body's not hurting at all because of these pills that I'm taking.
And it has significantly lowered my stroke.
And
if you know what I mean.
And I haven't killed myself yet.
You know, if you
so-
say "if you know what I mean" at the end of anything, it just sounds sexual.
That's like if someone were to say like,
I'm eating a chip. If you know what I mean. Yeah, you're eating a chip.
yeah. Well, that's like if somebody says like, I don't mean to be offensive, or like you're about to say something offensive. That's just how the
Oh.
world works.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Like,
Oh, no, I mean,
maybe.
I don't mean to be offensive, but you're my brother.
Yeah.
And that must suck for you.
So Tiger Phil, right now I don't even know what the Vegas odds. I didn't look up the Vegas odds, but I would pick Tiger.
That's a big purse,
Here's
dude.
the problem, though.
$9 million
huge
purse. But I
This
didn't even
is a
look further.
pay-per-view.
Who was the loser get? Is it all or nothing?
But this is a pay-per-view
Probably
event.
half.
How do you keep people from being so pissed off? Because what happens if Tiger goes out and shoots a 69 and Phil goes out and shoots an 88? I mean, that's likely.
Well,
That's the risk you take,
Here's
though.
the deal.
That's
since
totally
You're
extreme.
taking a risk.
Yeah.
Having only two players, have they coached these guys and said, "Hey, if this guy's tanking, you better start missing some fairways"? So, are we going to see real golf, or
This-
are we
Well,
just going to
no,
see?
They're kind of going off into the off season now, though. See that, and so there's going to be plenty of time for them to
There's
train
never an off
specifically.
season for golf.
Yeah, there is. They just finished all their majors and
No,
tour.
because
It's called winter.
they go and play in
That's-
Australia.
that's
You
why
ever
they're
tried to find your ball in a
no, they
snowdrift?
go
It
to
sucks.
the other hemisphere.
That's why they're playing in Vegas. They're playing in the desert.
No, like I said, there's
Psoriatic
no
arthritis.
off season. There is no off season in golf.
Psoriatic arthritis.
Psoriatic
Not
arthritis.
even close.
That's gotta suck.
What were we saying, like cancer and shit?
You said
started
Crohn's
cancer
disease.
and then-
Crohn's
Crohn's
disease.
and then
I don't even know what the
diabetes
fuck that is.
What is psoriatic arthritis?
It is a chronic inflammatory disease that occurs when your immune system mistakenly starts attacking healthy joints and skin.
See, that's just
Like
too
you
much
don't see it
intelligence
coming
for this
type of
show.
thing? Is
That
that
is
what
too
that
much
is?
intelligence for this show.
Cinnamon.
Is that related to like
That
psoriasis?
is too much intelligence for this show. That's awesome.
Psoriatic arthritis. That just sounds like it sucks.
No, that just sounds like he's making some money because.
No, that means
He's
you're.
been diagnosed with it.
Yeah,
It-
that
it's
means your
real.
joints and shit like don't go properly whenever you flare up.
that doesn't work too well
Which
for a
sounds
golfer.
pretty funny,
So I'm
but
voting Tiger.
I'm voting
After
Tiger
this,
too.
yeah.
If his psoriatic
Fuck.
arthritis
Stiffness-
flares up in
Yeah,
November,
we got him.
yeah.
But is it true? Is it true? Does he really have that?
Yeah.
Or is he?
well,
You know, because you can't believe everything that you see on TV.
Fair
and
enough.
Shit.
Yeah, but this
But-
was on Google, so if it's on the
if
internet,
it, dude.
If it's
I guess
on
I
the
would
internet,
go-
it has to be true.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
no, I'm still with Phil Mickelson. Like, I love you, Tiger, but Phil kicks some ass.
We got Tiger.
What, like odds?
Yeah, Tiger's got slide odds, 180 over 150. So that's pretty close, considering.
Did you say 180 over 150?
Yeah, I would need to talk to like a smart gambler to even know what the hell that means. But I know the 180 is a slight advantage over the 150. As stupid as that sounds, but yes.
You know, because isn't it supposed to be like 2-to-1 odds type of thing?
No, it's different. That means it's closer.
Well,
than even
golf
that.
gambling has got to be way different than like football
Handicapping
gambling.
golf has got to be just ass. I would, like, how do you handicap that shit, man? You just have a bad night's sleep. That guy's done for. I mean, I don't know. Shoot, it's golf, man. I mean, everything like golf. Sports like golf, I mean, just every little thing matters. Like just a slight turn, and you're.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
that's why. Have you ever played Tiger Woods golf on the fucking Wii?
Oh, that's a great game.
That shit's hardcore.
It is hard. Yeah.
I was really good at it. Like I shot 66
Yeah.
Like, a lot. But it's really difficult.
Major hard?
Yes.
I'm just... Anyway.
Like, this is for the nerd video gamer sports fans. Check out Tiger Woods Golf on the Wii. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
the their sponsorship as well.
It's the greatest golf game ever.
Yeah, Tiger Woods Golf. Hashtag Tiger Woods Golf.
Out there, anybody golf that wants to sponsor us for,
Yeah, just throw us some money,
Yeah,
please.
exactly.
Good God, man, we'll promote you.
I mean, we like money. Some of us have money. I mean, I do like every now and then, but Anyways, yeah, check out Tiger Woods Golf on the Wii. Probably the last version that was released. That's probably the better version. But they have a frisbee golf game on the one that I owned like 10 years ago.
No, that's just okay. So, sorry, just to make a little more sense of the gambling stuff, because I'm pretty retarded about it. That's not PC, but I am. I'm going full tard when I'm saying 180 is better than 150. And if you've ever watched Tropic Thunder, you know that you're not supposed to go full retard.
Yeah,
so,
like laughing, like farting bubbles in your bathtub and like laughing your ass off.
All right, so they're saying that Tiger is currently going off a minus 170, which means they would risk $1.70 to return $1 if he won. Okay?
What the fuck does that mean?
That means if he doesn't win, you lose your $1.70. If you win, you get $1.
Fuck, you know what I could do with $1.70? I can get me like almost $2 cheeseburgers.
It's a loss either way.
It's too close. It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like a good bet.
No.
So.
It sounds not legit.
Well, I mean, you can put whatever.
Equally not legit would be
if you're
spending
really,
any
really
money on
extremely
pay-per-view for
confident
this.
in Tiger, I mean, you still at least make that dollar with whatever you put out there. You put $1,000, or
Oh, I see.
yeah. $1,700, you win $1,000.
I've only gambled like once in my life, so
Yeah.
and it was on a poker game.
So no, the question is, how much is this pay-per-view event?
That's a great question.
Probably $20 or $30.
I don't know. But they're estimating they're supposed to probably bring in about 300, 400 million as an event. So
Fuck.
90 million, yeah, here you go.
So 9 million.
Or 9
means,
million, not 90 million.
Right.
9 million means nothing to these people.
They're expecting
because
to get a lot of pay-per-views off of it.
this is like Disneying the shit out of this.
They are Disneying it, yes. I don't know if Disney's the sponsor.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do. They own fucking ESPN and ABC and like everything.
Right.
So yeah, they're Disneying the fuck out of it.
Yep, it's Disney versus Amazon.
Amazon will go down.
I don't know, man. They got drones. Maybe the fact that we don't know if Disney has drones gives them the slight advantage. Covert drones.
Maybe they're buying the drones from Amazon.
Oh, dang. That's smart. That's smart,
right?
man.
Like,
Dang.
good business.
Fucking Mickey Mouse, man. That dude's a real a-hole.
Dude, I want to stretch my drone dollar as much as possible. And, like, I go to Amazon, like, I would be a great spokesperson for them.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that they don't
like, it just,
advertise.
like, caught a bass or something that was humongous.
They don't.
They don't?
need
Anyway.
to.
That's how much money they have.
They do. They're just printing money.
Yeah,
on
no,
Amazon.
yeah, they just, like, okay, all of Marvel, well, most of Marvel characters, we own all of that now. Oh, yeah, we'll take Star Wars, too. There's a couple $1 billion. See, what else do we want?
Yeah.
They're going to take Sony's shit, too.
So, also going on, just smaller news, but have you guys watched or heard of the Big Three basketball on Fox? That's been going on, Big Three?
Yeah, I've watched.
They take these
like 2
former
episodes.
NBA players.
Retired.
Retired NBA players. It's 3-on-3. They're coached by former players or whatever.
Meta World Peace is one of them, I think.
Yeah, and then they have the full
That
league.
asshole
It's run
still
by
didn't
Ice
change
Cube,
his name.
And the ratings actually have gone up a lot. Like, it's actually building a following. They started, it wasn't this year, the first year. I think
Because it's
last
the
year was.
summer. Like, all we have is baseball. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that shit because,
Well-
like, I watched the WNBA, and that's bullshit.
You
Fucking
watched the WNBA?
Fucking chicks, like,
Did
missing
you just
layups
admit
and
that
shit.
out loud?
Yeah. Yeah, because what else am I gonna watch? Fucking baseball?
Anything besides
Okay.
the WNBA.
Hang on. Moment of silence for Drunk Tim watching the WNBA.
Listen, you know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
I apologize
Big
to
three.
our listeners.
Ice Cube, the big promoter,
That's weird.
he's trying to get Kobe Bryant to join the Big Three. Of course,
Fucking Kobe would tear them all the fuck up.
Kobe's.
He still could play in the NBA right now.
Kobe doesn't want to do it.
No. The only guys that are out there doing this are the guys that still need money.
You better. I was about to say
Bryant
you
does
better
not
pay him
qualify.
That's
a
a great point.
shitload of money.
That's a great point, and that's something I brought up Sunday about Kobe was how he is one of those stars that has been very, very, just so business savvy, business smart. He invested
Really?
$6 million 4 years ago into. See, I didn't prepare myself.
No,
I talked about it Sunday, but he put $6 million into a Body Armor sports drink,
right.
which is a
Body Armor, I've heard of that.
which is a better version of Gatorade.
I don't sell it.
That $6 million that he invested 4 years later is now worth over $200 million.
People should actually be drinking
So you're saying he's doing
Pedialyte,
okay.
by the way.
That's as much as he made in the NBA in his first 15 years.
Like Pedialyte
Salary-wise.
totally needs to sell that shit to the
Think about
to
that.
athletes.
He turned $6 million into over $200 million. That
Except this time his
Wow,
agent
that's
didn't get 10%.
impressive.
That's-
That's like some Dr. Dre
yeah,
shit.
that takes a minute to like really set in. Like, wait a minute, how much? Like, I don't even know the percentages on that shit. That's a lot of
So-
return on investment.
Was he coaxed into this? Like, was he taught to do it, or did he do that all himself?
A lot of times with the athletes, I mean, he's undoubtedly an incredibly smart guy. He knows like 4 languages, all this stuff.
What?
But sometimes it's also who you surround yourself with. He's got a good group of guys.
Yeah.
Kind of like LeBron. He's got
Yeah.
a good group of guys, business savvy, and LeBron's doing his own things too and making all this money. That's why he went to LA. But Kobe, man. I mean, you got to bow down to that. I mean, $6 million to make over 200, and
That's
it's
really
not done.
impressive.
Body Armor is still kind of on the rise. It's not like Body Armor is as mainstream as Gatorade right now, but it could be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gatorade has
they're
contracts.
projecting the over 200 million that it's worth right now could in just a couple or a few years be worth over 400 million. So that's the projections. I mean, it's still on the rise. So, but yeah, he doesn't.
That's pretty impressive.
He wouldn't financially need to do the big three.
And it's funny because
So-
you and I are wearing purple and gold, but
Yes.
like it's not a Lakers, jersey or anything.
Yeah, but I am a closet Lakers fan.
Yeah, well, you got to work on that.
Yeah, I'll come out of the
No, they
closet
have
one day.
institutions for people like you.
Just haters drinking Haterade, which Haterade is not on the rise like Body Armor. Haterade might be just flatlining. I don't know. Yeah,
No, Haterade's doing well.
Haterade's probably doing pretty well, especially
So
on
who wins
social
the
media.
bidding order?
It's 2018.
Who wins the bidding war for Body Armor? Gatorade or Powerade?
Well, it's owned by Coca-Cola.
Gatorade has
Oh,
more
well,
money.
okay, yeah.
Powerade is
They've
Pepsi,
got
right?
all the
That's
backing
why
they need.
it's shot up.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola bought it. So
Well, there you go.
yeah,
Coca-Cola's got a lot of money.
I hear they've
done
they
well.
got a couple of bucks.
Like even here in this region, the Great Plains Coca-Cola company, like they're extremely thriving. I've talked to many of their employees. They're doing well. They're happy. They're really hardly worked, but they get compensated with money and.
My God, I feel like we're doing a Coca-Cola ad for employment or something.
We are.
Well, they hardly work, they make money, and they're happy. Join the team.
No. Did I say hardly work?
Yes.
No, they're hardly like.
They hardly ever work.
No.
And they're paid wonderfully.
No, they work really hard. They overwork them.
Oh.
That's what I meant to say.
Oh.
Completely
Okay.
different.
Yeah. Well, I meant like hardly, like hard, like and then, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good. It's good for them.
Yeah, it's a big hard.
They're making. They're making money.
For all you Coca-Cola employees out there, try PepsiCo for your next employee.
No. Stay with Coca-Cola. You're doing better off. I know Pepsi's got all the halftime
put money
shows.
into your stock share if you've got that. If you're not, don't, because it's not available. Go outside your own, I guess, and do it. Another great financial advisor, this came up this week, was, okay, envision Rob Gronkowski. When I think Rob Gronkowski, I think of yacht, babes, beer,
humongous,
his bros, stuff like that, right? Report comes out, Rob Gronkowski has not spent one dime of any of his salary that he's made in the NFL so far. Not one dime. He still drives the car he drove back in college or high school. He just recently finally bought like some gold chain or something.
The only money he's ever spent is money that he's earned from endorsements.
That's right.
He's never spent a dime of contract money.
And he
where
is now.
Where does he want the money to go?
I don't know.
It has
but
to go
his
somewhere
fellow
sometime.
teammates are now asking him for financial advice. So Rob Gronkowski, financial advisor.
Dumb jock.
Like, put your money in body armor.
Like SI Holdings.
You're just like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's like, yeah, he's got like this little financial advisor personality, you know, or something.
No, he's totally like a dumb jock. Like I've seen him on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Beer.
And
Bitcoin is shit. You're like, hey, whoa, what'd you say about Bitcoin there, Gronk? It's good stuff.
Dude, that's amazing. But it's even more amazing. Is this shit true? Is he really that good?
Well, his dad is a businessman. Like they're saying this, like, oh well, duh. You know, once you dig in with the family and stuff like that, that doesn't sound right. You dig in with the family.
No, that
but
makes
yeah,
sense.
but the dad is like business savvy, real smart guy.
Like,
so
get your help from your dad if he knows
just
better.
Gronk comes across he's actually intelligent. You know, from a distance, you see him from the outside looking in, you're like, dumb jock, right?
Yes.
The typical stereotype. But it's like, it turns out, oh, well, crap, he's got some intelligence. Probably has, you know, whether it be his dad, you know, people around you, like I said with Kobe, it's not just his intelligence, but sometimes it's the people you surround yourself with.
Well, you know, like, wisdom trumps intelligence any day of the week. And that doesn't really sound like intelligence to me. That sounds like more wisdom. And he's gotten that wisdom from his father. He's like, son, listen, you gotta control your money. You gotta do this. Yeah, that's wisdom. That's not intelligence.
You're not invincible, which any fantasy owner knows.
He still is a dumb jock, but he's a dumb jock that's wise, and he's probably gotten that wisdom from his father, which is smart and intelligent for him to listen to his father.
Yeah.
So that's good. I hope the best for him. I fucking hate the Patriots. Like, I wish like 99% of them would die in a plane accident. But I like Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk is a real likable guy. It is hard to hate Gronk, even if you're a Patriots hater. I don't know.
Really
is that just me? Is it because I don't have a team? It's really difficult to not like Gronk. I mean, the guy, I don't know.
He works hard. He plays harder. He's, he hadn't sexually offended women and
that we know of yet.
Yeah. I mean, his other buddy, Hernandez, that went to jail for, killing people.
Suicide, in jail.
Good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Ticket times are like 30 minutes.
Una más por favor.
Oh, well, then in that case, I would like no, I'm just kidding. 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Man.
Are you good?
Who's back there cooking?
Joaquin and Nelson. That's what I'm wondering why.
Uh-oh. Man.
Is that bad?
30 minutes is a long ticket time.
That's a
this ain't fine dining.
Shit.
I mean, I'm not degrading. I'm not degrading it. It's fast casual.
We love you on the border.
Yeah, we love on the border. It's fast casual, and I'm sad that I'm now promoting live that we're doing 30-minute ticket times, but not normally at On the Border in Oklahoma City.
I got my burrito in under 5 minutes, which is fantastic.
You gotta work on that.
And that was a large burrito. That's right. Blair got himself a large burrito within great ticket times, and it's not because they love us here, because they really hate us. They despise us when we leave. They talk about us.
Yeah, we do. We talk about you when y'all walk out the door.
They're like, holy shit.
No.
Por favor.
They're like, did you see that shit show that came in here and left?
Spanish, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know
And they're
that.
like, yeah, they'll be back next week.
Well,
Yeah, no.
Anyway, JK on the Border's amazing, and Tim's in love. And, drunk Tim is in love.
Sorry. Anyways, continue on. What else do you have on your
Well,
mind?
that's not the liquor talking.
Recent quick news. I don't know what you think about this. I love the guy. You're wearing his jersey from the Vikings. Adrian Peterson gets picked up.
Favorite football player of all time.
He gets picked up, signs with the Washington Redskins. 1 year, barely over $1 million contract for the year. Since their rookie running back in preseason, Darius Geis, gets knee injury and goes out for the season.
What other running back, like Darius Geis? I don't even know who that is. Is that another running back or something?
That was a rookie. They just drafted the dude.
Looked good for the first 5 plays of preseason.
Yeah.
After that, not so much.
Oh, yeah. No, he was expected to have a great season, and then wham, bam.
Let's go get one of the greatest running backs of all time. Smart move.
Yeah, he's 33, but yeah. Yeah, he is one of the greatest.
What's it? Sproles, that man, like as a running back, he played till he was like 35 or something like that.
He was a completely different style of running back, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, no,
shifty,
he was smaller.
Real quick. He was quick, shifty, that kind of deal. Great punt returner.
Didn't take the kind of hits that Adrian Peterson has taken over the years.
Oh hell no, no he.
Yeah, they haven't used him I get that.
Now Peterson right now is on the 12th. On the list of all-time rushers, 12th all-time rushing yards. He's only like 20 or 30 yards away from Jim Brown to go 11th. But there's 3 running backs he could pass easily this season. We're not even saying if he has a great season. If he has a mediocre, no. Frank Gore is actually in the top. I didn't realize it until I looked up this list. Frank Gore's in the top 5.
Are you shitting
that
me?
Miami motherfucker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Willis McGahee.
He just keeps, and he's never been a rushing title. He's never won a rushing title any season. He was just consistent. He's just been banging away at it every year. It's just, Frank Gore.
Frank Gore's impressive.
Yeah, I did not expect him to be that high on the list. Yeah.
Talk about work ethic, yeah. Oh my God, Frank Gore.
But yeah, so Peterson this year has an opportunity to easily get in the top 10 all-time rushers by being the lead back for the Washington Redskins.
So he's just got, so he needs 1,000 yards.
He doesn't even need that. I mean, he could do half that and get into 8th spot, 7th or 8th spot.
He should do that. You know, I don't know if you know this, but there's been times that, preseason, he has not Babe Ruth. Who was the guy that pointed to the left field and said that's where?
That would be
was it Babe Ruth?
That was Babe Ruth, yeah.
He Babe Ruth the shit out of that and said I'm going to rush for 2,500 yards this year.
Well, except he didn't get to 2,500.
He never did. He was 9 yards away from breaking Jim Brown's record. That 1 year he won MVP.
Yeah.
But anyways,
no, Falks. No, Dickerson's record.
Dickerson.
Yeah,
Dickerson.
Not Jim Brown.
Sorry. Jim Brown's up there.
Yeah.
Right now Adrian Peterson sits at number 12. He's 3 yards behind Marshall Falk.
Oh, only 3, that's right.
Only 3.
What a fucking name to drop. Marshall Falk.
If he rushes, basically if he has a 1,000-yard season this year, that would put him around number 8.
Yep.
Damn.
Right behind Jerome Bettis. He would pass Marshall Falk, Jim Brown, Tony Dorsett, and Eric Dickerson.
You know what?
Those are some small-time names.
A little bit.
Imagine this. Imagine if he hadn't have been suspended because he beat his child. I mean, come on now.
Well,
I'm sorry, man.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I was beaten as a child, and I'm glad I was.
Yeah.
But this was a little more
I respect
severe.
people.
And your dad wasn't a professional football player either.
Yeah.
With sponsorship status and all that stuff.
Yeah, being the face of a company, that type of thing.
No.
No, I get it, but we have to, as a society,
if Bud's Candy and Nuts deal, man, Yeah. Exactly. If he didn't do that and have this happen, yes, he would be higher.
He was suspended
if Barry
6
Sanders
games.
didn't decide to just quit football, he would be probably the all-time lead rusher.
The dude that was on camera knocking Jamal Lewis, the Ravens guy, knocking this chick out. And didn't he drag her body afterwards to try and hide the evidence?
You're talking about Ray Rice. Yeah.
Ray Rice.
He hasn't played ever since,
he
though.
He hasn't played it down in football
I know, but Adrian Peterson, he was parenting. He may not have done it well, but...
Yeah. Well, but teams...
But come on, man. Come on, man.
Those are not apples to apples, though, because, like we said, Ray Rice never got another shot. Adrian Peterson is being given multiple shots since then. I mean, with New Orleans,
True.
with the Cardinals, and now with the Redskins. So it's not really the same. I mean, he's still getting to play. Whereas Ray Rice, they said, you're out of here. You're done. Yeah. Apparently you like boxing, so maybe get into that.
MMA.
Cool.
There would be a lot of dudes wanting to beat the shit out of him too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might be a scary guy. That dude's built. Like, he's just
Yeah.
anyway.
He's stacked.
He's stacked. So, all right, with that's the news of the week. And I feel like it's a decent time that we go into our college football preview. Dun, dun, dun! So, with that, we will get that started.
Dear God, help us.
All right, so with our college football preview, we are going to have a special guest today. And I didn't really want to announce who the special guest was.
Like, I don't even know who it is.
Oh, fantastic. He's calling right at the right time. What a great guy. It is.
Who is this?
There's no way. He's
Yes.
calling right now.
Yes. Hey. Hello. Hey, we're talking to Bob Stooops. Hey, Bob Stooops.
Well, hey guys there, this is Bob Stooops. How you doing today?
Oh, we're doing fantastic, Coach.
We're
oh,
doing
my goodness.
fantastic. Thank you so much for calling us. Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is crazy, man. Coach, we're glad you're on the show. Thank you so much. How do you feel about retirement so far? You've been doing great with your retirement.
Well, I'll tell you, retirement's pretty nice, actually. I didn't know I would like it this much. I sleep in a little bit later and, get a little bit more thinking done on the toilet. I've come up with some pretty cool, some plays, some good game plans. I'm gonna talk to Lincoln about it, but definitely coming up with some good things. Don't get as many massages as I used to, but retirement,
That sounds terrible.
Real good to me.
Well, that's awesome.
I gotta ask you, Coach. By the way, it's like an extreme honor to even talk to you.
Yeah.
But as a coach who has coached a lot of really incoming athletes, I gotta ask you, are your days long and stuff? Can you give me an example?
I'm really glad you asked me about that. I really love taking up fishing. It's a real joy in my life. I'll tell you what, it's been a challenge. I figure it's like going on the road. The fish have the home field advantage, but basically I draw up some plays against the fish just to make sure that I can kind of confuse them a little bit.
Well, that's amazing.
Sometimes we run different blitz packages at them.
Are you serious?
Freak out the fish. I like to do run play options and things like that, spread out the field.
That's great.
And do a great job. I usually come away with something, and
I hope that you catch a lot of fish.
Kind of like a catch and release kind of program that we got going on. Just kind of keep the thing full and just kind of keep it sport-like.
Well, I heard that this was like your first.
It definitely helps me think throughout the day, and I really love it. I love the fishing a
He
lot.
doesn't like being interrupted.
I guess
Yeah.
not. Like,
Hey, Liz fishing. That's good.
Bob, you're kind of a douchebag. No, I mean, it's great that.
That makes about as much sense as tits on a bull.
Wow.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, Drunk Tim does make, about as much sense as tits on a bull.
What are you gonna do with those?
Coach, now that you are retired, okay, how do you really feel about the color orange, since that's your rivals? The color orange, right?
OSU.
Orange is a real nasty color. We've got a saying back at the Stooops household, and that is that orange is the new crap. Yeah, that's right. That's what we say at home.
Like the show. That's good. That's good stuff.
Man, I'm so glad that you called us.
Well, Coach Stooops, as an OSU alum, it's not an honor to talk to you. I could give a shit. But I do want to know how you feel about Baker Mayfield. Have you been watching him on Hard Knocks?
I really like what I'm seeing out of Baker Mayfield. He is doing a fantastic job so far, and it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, he's right there, just got a chip on his shoulder, always trying to prove something. From the moment he stepped onto the field at OU, we just knew we had something special, and the Cleveland Browns have got something special right now. So I expect him to be able to start, sometime in the near future. Even though Tyrod, I'm not really sure. He's doing a great job himself. But, Baker's going to create opportunities for himself, and he's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL.
Okay, have you been watching the Hard Knocks show that he's got going on, and all he's been doing outside of football?
To borrow an old expression, it sounds like the cheese has just done slid off your cracker, son.
Oh, wow. Okay. So all right. So you have some warm feelings for Drunk Tim, obviously.
That's really impressive coming from an Ohio native, to be that redneck.
Right. That's a good thing.
You think Ohio State's getting in?
Getting in what?
To the playoffs, especially after this Urban Meyer bullshit going on.
That's a pretty hardcore question. I mean, they've still got the players. They didn't get let go, and they're not being suspended.
What about Oklahoma? You think they'll be a Final Four team?
Well, I really don't like to get all into that. That's just not for me. There's a lot of great teams out there, and I don't want to put that kind of pressure on the University of Oklahoma and Lincoln, but I do believe that we've got ourselves a team that's very capable of making it to the Final Four. Whether or not that happens, we will see. But as far as talent-wise, coaching, all that good stuff, we're definitely good enough to get there and see what happens when we do. Just fantastic talent and just a great legacy there at the University of Oklahoma.
Oh, well, that's great. And with the off season and everything else, it's pretty well known that your wife is really into Mary Kay, that she does really well. So now that you're not so much involved with the football program, would you say that you're helping out your wife a whole lot more with the Mary Kay?
Well, let's just get this straight. I ain't no Mary Kay bitch.
Okay. All right. Well, that's settled. Sorry for asking, almost.
Wow, he was really offended by that.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I know how it is, though. I'm just saying, because, I know with my wife, if I was retired, quote unquote, then I know I would have, a honey-do list that would just never end. You know what I'm saying, Coach?
Well, that is just unfortunate, son.
Right. All right.
Well, I mean, we don't mean to offend, sir. You're an amazing coach. You're beloved in this entire state, even in Stillwater, probably. But we just
Yeah, well, Stillwater loves you, and they'll warm up to you eventually, I'm sure. So.
Well, Stillwater's in the Bible.
Posthumously, perhaps.
Did you just say Stillwater's in the Bible?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
That makes about as much sense as tits on a bull.
Oh, yes, you've said that. Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, it probably is, Coach. But
I wonder if that's going to stick. Yeah, it's just my tits on a bull.
But, okay, so, Coach, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart have this cooking show together. And, it's really unorthodox, I'm sure that they obviously did it for that reason. So, Platt College and being a chef and, burning souffle and all that kind of stuff, would you endorse that? What would you do in that situation?
All right, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me on your little show. You guys are actually pretty funny. I may have to come back on the show another time if you'll have me.
You ignored your question.
Thanks again, and you guys have a good one, okay?
Hey, you too, Coach. All right, thanks. Thank you very much. Okay.
Pokes.
Okay, Coach.
Please call us back.
Yeah,
that
Coach,
would be fantastic.
Coach Bob Stooops, everybody. Thank you.
Can you believe that shit?
Wow, he didn't even want to talk about
one of the greatest coaches in college football history calling us. Why? How could we be so lucky?
He knows we're big fans, and so wow, Coach Stooops, everybody, Coach Bob Stooops.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, okay, college football preview. What conference you want to start with? Are we going to be homers and go with the Big 12?
No, let's leave that for last.
All right.
I want to talk about how shitty the Pac-12 is.
All right. All right, shitty Pac-12, and I don't care. No, that's Jimmy Crack Corn. Shitty Pac-12, and I don't care. All right. Pac-12 is shitty this year. Right now, all of the projections seem to lead to shittiness on top of shittiness, and
it's like
from both divisions.
Who's more shitty, you or me?
We already talked a little bit about the Beavers. We're hoping the Beavers come strongly together against the Ohio State.
Like I like a hairy beaver,
right? But we know the Beavers are going to suck. My prediction, just since we're going to try to get through the Pac-12 pretty quick, I think on whatever the hell the name of the division is, on the flip side, the Utah, it'll be between Utah and USC. Huh?
Pac-12, that's north and south.
Yeah, coastal and not so coastal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have mountain people.
No, I totally made that up. Don't agree with that.
Actually, that might be true.
Coastal and not so coastal. We're in the not so coastal division.
We don't know we've never even heard us surfing.
I see Utah or USC coming out of the coastal side, and then I think Washington really is the easy pick here for the Pac-12, and that's overall the non-coastal side.
I was really pissed that they didn't get Boise State in that conference because I'm tired of Boise State and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Not being in a conference.
And their damn Statue of Liberty play. Screw them, I'm still angry about that. So, I think Washington's got a lot of returning starters. Of course, Chris Peterson, the guy who used to coach Boise State back in the day when they were dominant and running trick plays and all that stuff. He's got great talents. Their quarterback is looking to break the record for most passing yards all time for their school.
Yeah, because they're not in a real conference. They're not in a real conference. That's why.
Yeah. So a lot of people think with the schedule and everything else, Washington's going to come out of the Pac-12 and could be kind of slide into that top 4 mix, that kind of thing.
Okay, so they don't, like Pac-12, they don't have Rosen. They don't have...
Yeah, UCLA just lost Josh Rosen. But they have Chip Kelly now, first-year coach for UCLA.
Ooh. Old school, hardcore coach for Oregon. Fantastic coach.
Well, real offensive
That's
guru.
Smart.
All
Man,
that.
That's a huge pickup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they did just lose their quarterback to the pros. So whoever new is coming up,
give him 4 or 5 years.
New quarterback, new system. It'll take time. I don't see it this year. Of course, they come here to Norman, play OU. Second week of the season, they probably will get their asses beat here in Norman. So, but that'll be fun. That's at least an interesting home game for the Sooners.
Yeah.
And not, Savannah, community college or whatever. I don't know.
No, that's who Texas plays against.
Right.
The world famous Utah State quote.
Yes.
It's so pathetic, the non-conference games that Texas picks. It's so unbelievable. And OU, like a real man, we're like, no, we'll pick like 1, maybe 2, like high schools to play against. But no, we're going to at least play against a solid fucking team.
Oh, I do need to do a PSA real quick. We brought up University of Utah. It's going to be between them and USC. USC is going to have some talent always, but they're still kind of struggling. They lost a quarterback to the NFL. But
again,
the Utah, the Fighting Utes. Can we get creative? The Utes? That's your mascot, the Utes? The Utes?
Like, what are we, the Fighting
At least they're
Oaks?
saying we're not named after a tree.
Like, that would be like us being called the Fighting Oaks.
That'd be the Stanford Cardinal.
Seriously,
it's a tree.
It is a tree. It is a weird mascot too. Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Sunday I talked about Landshark Tony with the Ole Miss. That was a new mascot they made. Looks creepy. We've got him on the logo for our show, for the YouTube show.
I just watched a Millionaire Question with the question of the mascot. Who is Sammy the mascot of?
Sammy? Mm-hmm. Who is Sammy the mascot of?
It was the 49ers. Yeah.
49ers Sammy?
Yeah.
Is he like a gold rusher digger? Wait, gold? He's not a gold digger.
No, doesn't he have like a...
He ain't messing with no brokey broke.
No, he's not doing any of that Kanye West, like, shit.
All right. 49er, get down, girl. Go ahead, get down.
Now, I'm going to throw a dick in your argument on the non-conference opponents.
Shit.
Straight out of the bag of dicks.
Yep, straight out of the bag of dicks. You discussed Texas versus Oklahoma's.
Yeah.
Oklahoma starts out. Florida Atlantic. UCLA.
Florida Atlantic is better than you think.
Florida Atlantic, I'm not going to pretend they're a top
The fighting
25.
Josh
Old
Heupel.
school coach.
Dude, what's with this old school coach stuff?
No,
it's Lane Kiffin.
it was either.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
It's
Where'd
Lane Kiffin.
Josh Heupel end up?
He's now with UCF.
Okay, Central Florida. Okay.
Yeah, who
All right.
took over
Okay.
Scott Frost's position, who's now at.
So,
I didn't even know that.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
But I knew the Miami Dolphins fucking coach or whatever went to Florida International or Florida Atlantic. And that shit is up and coming. Like, that conference, yeah, it's low key, but
There's talent down in Florida. You can't. I mean, you can be a bad recruiter and still get good talent. Now
But no,
they
there-
probably have killed some people, but you're gonna have talent in Florida.
no, but there's a good coach at Florida International or Florida Atlantic. I can't remember which one it was.
It's Lane Kiffin.
It's Lane Kiffin and Josh Heupel are the two guys.
no.
Okay.
I want to say it
Whatever-
was the old Miami Dolphins coach or
Let
something.
Blair
Oh, you
speak,
are
and while
talking-
and then come up with the answer for God's sake, man.
Anyways, yeah. So
Are you talking about Howard Schnellenberger?
No.
No.
He was the old
No.
Miami, not Dolphins, but he was the old Miami Hurricanes coach that went to one of those two.
I'm not talking about him. I was
schools.
talking about one of those coaches like Vince Gill at Texas Tech.
But either way, let's just forget about that. Texas, they've got to go to Maryland to start the season, which God knows you can get killed there. Is that too soon?
Oh. Yikes.
Too soon.
Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, after that, you've got Tulsa, which is kind of a bullshit, team. But
Yes.
you also
Probably
have to play
they
USC. So non-conference,
For Texas,
yeah,
USC,
yeah.
a rematch
That's
of
a good
the
game.
national
Yeah.
championship
That's
game.
a tough game.
So
Because Texas isn't back all the
Yeah,
way. That'll be a
That's
tough
good.
game for them.
That's what I'm saying. Texas this year is not playing the Little Sisters of the Poor. So non-conference wise, that's a pretty decent schedule.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going
not
to give
too
it up
bad.
to them this year.
Yeah, this
yeah.
year. This year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and they're still trying to figure out their coaching problems and all that kind of shit. But we're still talking about the Pac-12, right?
Yeah, let's get
Let's
out of
get
the
let's
Pac-12.
get back to that.
Let's
well,
get what you got on back to Pac-12?
the Pac-12. Obviously, the Pac-12 winner will not make the playoff. That's what I'm saying.
You don't think Washington goes through undefeated? You don't think they would get any respect to go to the playoff?
No, people should piss on their faces.
I don't know.
It's so bad.
This is why. See, Harbaugh came out from Michigan, said that he thinks there should be a 16-team playoff. I don't.
Fuck, that's a lot of games.
I think
You
that's
can't
too
put
many.
that
I
on
think it's
those
too many
kids.
teams. Personally, I vote for 8 because
I'm good with 8.
When you have a Power 5 conference, you're obviously leaving somebody out. You should at least get the winner of each conference, and then maybe the best 3
And
after
at large.
that.
And at large.
Yeah, kind of like a wild card or something. But
Well, that's why, I think I've told you before, no, do it like the NFL. Do 6. The number 1 seed and the number 2 seed get a bye round.
well, but the 5 that's what blows it up though is the 5-team power conferences. It puts an odd number into what has to be an even working number. So who are you going to
you get
choose?
the winners of the 5 conferences?
Yeah, you'd say
and then-
take your winners of the 5 conferences, and
And
then
3
you
at large.
determine the 3 best second place teams or whatever.
Yeah.
Because potentially, what could happen is potentially you could have a
We could
Washington
avoid
go
the Nebraska-Oregon bullshit.
Yeah, you could have a Washington go undefeated, and then you can have an Alabama-Georgia situation who are projected in the top 4 AP already,
Okay.
and one has to go. But if you have a top 8, at least you could say, well, this team was second. We would pull them in. They're one of the 3. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, if a fucking 8-team thing happened, I would totally be down for it because this 4-team thing it's not working. It's funny because back in the day when it was just the top 2 teams in the country,
Yeah.
people were arguing like the fucking Miami-Nebraska fiasco. Well, how fucking retarded can you be? So, Oregon totally, and Joey Harrington, Oregon totally deserved to be there. They probably would have gotten beaten, but
Yeah, the Miami team is considered one of the greatest college football teams of all time.
yeah, they were probably cheating, like the boosters, all that kind of extra shit.
They had over 20 guys go into the NFL.
Yes, it's disgusting. that nobody. It's disgusting that nobody noticed it, that nobody saw it, nobody did anything about it. Whatever. I guess money talks.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so we got the playoff. We got 4 teams. And so the Miami-Nebraska bullshit with the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback
Eric Crouch
that had more interceptions than touchdown passes.
Right.
He's
a running quarterback, but I get it. How do you win best player in the country when you throw more picks than you do touchdowns? That's just dumb.
It's disgusting.
And it showed itself on stage in the national championship game.
I think the line on that game was like 21 points, and Miami destroyed that line.
They blew it up. They blew it up.
They beat them by like 30, 40 points.
So let's get out of the Pac-12. I want to kind of get through some of these conferences real quick, just because some of them to me are real obvious, and I really want to get into the Big 12. But
the Big 10 looks good.
Real quick, everybody's Pac-12 winner. We all picking Washington.
I'm picking Washington. I feel like it's an easy favorite. Somebody could go against if you want.
I mean, to me, it really doesn't fucking matter. Like Washington, Washington, USC, Oregon, like the Pac-12 doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. All right.
Mark my words.
So going into the next conference that matters only somewhat because it's very top-heavy with 1 or 2 teams. Let's go to the ACC.
Woo! Clemson.
I mean, the ACC sucks going into this year.
It's the second worst conference.
Miami now, with Mark Richt as the coach with Miami, they did come back and they're winning the right way and they look good. But when it comes down to brass tacks, I guess that's like they're not as good as your Clemsons and Florida States. And Florida State is even a notch below right now too. I don't feel like they're fully right there.
They're climbing the ladder.
Clemson is another level. Clemson's up there with your Alabamas and your Georgias and stuff like that right now.
Florida State may have a whole other set of issues now that we've got this whole A&M thing with A&M under investigation now.
Yeah,
I didn't even hear about that.
Jimbo Fisher.
Yep.
Obviously,
that name
leaves
sounds
Florida
familiar.
State, goes to A&M, and now they've had a receiver that I think it was a receiver.
Yeah.
That wanted to transfer to Arizona because Kevin Sumlin went there, and when
Sumlin, that's an old OU coach.
Yes.
Well,
coordinator,
from A&M,
offensive coordinator. Yeah.
But this receiver, when he appeals to the NCAA for his transfer and his reasons, he basically came out and said that A&M is cheating, that he has been requested to
breaking rules,
to break rules, and it's Jimbo Fisher's staff. So that throws not only A&M under the bus now, but you've got to go back and I'm sure you'll see an investigation from his years at Florida State.
It's going to bring attention. It's going to bring attention to that program and where he's at for sure.
Doubt.
It's not going to look good.
And what a weird name, Jimbo.
Like
for our head coach shows, like, hey Jimbo, what's up, Jimbo? Just Jimbo here.
You don't even have to make that shit up.
Yeah, let's run some damn plays. But the only one that tops that to me, name-wise, is the coordinator for the Lions, Jim Bob Cooter. I don't know. Somehow I was able to bring the word cooter back into another show. But that sucker's name is Jim Bob Cooter, and I'm not making that up.
You can't make that up.
Like, how do you take that dude seriously, man? Jim Bob Cooter?
So is this motherfucker working for the Trump administration?
I have to ask this. We are missing out.
I gotta grab my cooter.
How is it that Coach Cooter has never been hired at Oregon State?
How much what?
How is it that Coach Cooter has never been hired at Oregon State?
Do we know that for sure?
I don't know. But
it
surely
seems like a marriage made in heaven.
It does.
It's a good
Beavers,
question.
yeah, Beavers and Coach Cooter. Well, if Coach
Cooter's going to take the Beavers all the way.
NFL. If he gets fired or whatever happens, right? Things don't go well with the Lions, which they won't.
No, they won't.
I think the Cooter's out, and the Cooter could head west.
Hey, someone's going to grab the Cooter.
Hashtag Cooter to Oregon State Beavers.
Oh, please. That would be fantastic.
That's
Cooter, go play for the Beavers, please.
Not play for the Beavers. He's too old.
No, be the Beaver. Like, I mean, your name
Anyway,
is Cooter. So.
Sorry, total left turn, but I had to. It's like Jimbo, Jim Bob.
It's right there. We
It's
didn't
right there.
ask for this.
Yeah, they put it out there. We didn't name them. So ACC, I really do. I mean, I feel like it's just stupid easy. Like Clemson's going to get there. They're having a little bit of. They've got a couple of quarterbacks that like they've got Kelly Bryant, who's been called like Little Cam Newton, and he played last year and got him pretty far. But they've got another.
Praise.
They've got another quarterback, so there's a little bit of a thing there. They'll figure that out.
How's their defense looking? That's what
They're
I'm
the best in
interested
the country.
Yeah.
They are. They've got the best.
Thank you, Brent Venables.
Yes, Brent Venables.
Man, he's good.
Has got them going strong, and I mean
Where
their
did you coach at
defense.
before?
I'm sorry, but OU, you kind of dropped the ball on Brent Venables. Yeah, he should probably be a head coach somewhere, actually.
Well,
but
Venables has made it a point to take it to us twice, so yeah, so
We deserved it.
He's
We
shown,
deserved
he's
it.
shown off. So I think
I
Cliff-
watched one of those games with you at Firehouse.
That was a
Subs.
depressing night.
That was one of the worst nights of my life.
Yeah, we were being beat. Like, okay, I'm not gonna make that reference. We were being beat pretty bad.
Oh shit! Fuck, this is a hardcore show. Like, where were you about to go?
We talked about at the beginning of the show. So, anyway, I feel like Clemson is a pretty easy favorite coming out of the ACC.
Done.
And
Agreed.
I think they will get into the Final Four. I think that's an obvious no-brainer.
Yep.
Unless some apocalyptic shit happens in their program.
Yeah.
You know, like more sex toys are now ordered to go to Clemson. Zach Smith is able to pull off some cool Amazon shit. Now I'm addressing. I don't know if you can get sex toys on Amazon. I haven't looked.
Hey, you
can.
You probably can.
Is that where they got it from? Now, can they come via drone?
You see a
Or
dog
is that
daily?
the sex toy?
Hey, it's
I'm like a
2018.
drone.
It's 2018.
Yeah.
You can probably get anything with
Hey,
a
get
drone.
a sex drone.
Hey, can I get some on the border delivered to me
And
from
it's
a
like
drone?
a package deal. You get pineapple juice with it. Anyway,
Perhaps Zach Smith could.
although
coach-
you wouldn't want flavor for the drone. The drone don't care.
Yeah, it's
The
a
honey
robot.
drone don't give a shit. Or honey badger, honey drone. Anyway,
as long as we're moving Coach Cooter, we can move Zach Smith to the Trojans.
that's right. It doesn't look like he used that though. It looked like he was pretty fleshy.
Okay, so
From
the
the-
ACC is done. That's easy as shit.
Yes,
The
that was my
Pac-12,
point.
the Pac-12, who gives a shit? It
Yeah.
doesn't. They don't fucking matter. They should be grateful that they have a fucking Rose Bowl to play for. And like seriously, like you look really terrible right now. You're a Power 5 conference. Like go fuck your mother.
Well, there's that timing. So let's switch over to the SEC, our favorite conference. I love the SEC. My God, the SEC is so awesome. It just means more here, or whatever that one guy said. I don't know. There's this anyway. SEC, whatever. Can't stand the SEC, but
They have 14 teams.
they have something. They play each other, and then they play high schools out of conference. And Alabama has lately played some. I'm sure out of peer pressure, they've played some. So
Peer pressure.
Auburn plays every now and then against people. So
That matter.
it feels like, from a divisional standpoint, you've got your usual suspects. You're gonna have your Alabama back. You're
Well,
gonna
look who's
have
on the cover of this. Isn't one of Missouri's quarterbacks on the front cover of this?
yeah, but Missouri as a team, quarterback, but as a team, they're gonna be mediocre. You're gonna have your
You need more
Alabama's.
than just a quarterback.
You're going to have your Alabama's back. You're going to have your Auburn in the mix. Georgia, obviously, that ran over us. Although they lost some top talent,
they
but
didn't.
they still
they didn't run over us. They
ran over us in the second half.
They were lucky.
Yeah, but they lost both of those guys. They did lose a little bit of talent. The very talented linebacker they lost to the NFL. But they have a lot of young talent still coming back and a great coaching staff. And then you've got Florida, who's supposed to be on the rise. They've got good talent. Past.
They've got passion. I like Florida. Like their passion is really impressive.
Yeah.
I love seeing anybody with passion.
Yeah.
I love seeing anybody with passion, and Florida's got it.
Now, past those four, I don't see much going on. I feel like that's their top-heavy part of the conference. I think those are your four teams. your Alabama, your
4
Auburn.
teams out of that conference.
LSU
That's
will be
saying a
kind of
lot, man.
mediocre. They'll do well, but they all have talent. I mean, they all are able to cheat enough to get some decent talent there. But LSU will be mediocre. Mississippi will suck. Mississippi State's going to be mediocre.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you got your Vanderbilts of the
Kentucky.
world. But in Arkansas is Arkansas. Suey, bitch.
I wish they would rise back to prominence. I really enjoyed watching, like, what was his name? Matt Jones?
Yeah, the
quarterback? Yeah, man, he was fun to watch. And he got a pro career, and
yeah,
I mean, it didn't last very long.
McFadden was great to watch.
McFadden, who almost won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah. So
what was his name? Nutt, the
Houston
head coach?
Nutt.
Houston Nutt.
Houston.
He's a former OSU guy, isn't he?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I liked him.
Part
I
of
liked
the,
him.
Jimmy Johnson tree, or
Yes.
Oh
Yep.
shit! Oh, back in the day,
Which
like
is part
80s.
of the now that's
Miami Dolphins?
Now that's going back to Arkansas. That's some like legendary shit there.
Jerry Jones?
That's Jerry Jones.
Barry
that's your Switzer. Your Jimmy Johnson. It's what's that?
that
dude's
national
name?
championship.
That dude
winning team.
Broyles.
Oh,
Frank Broyles.
Frank
God.
Broyles.
God, that's old. That's before me though. I'm not that old. Dang it, but
No.
that's before me.
No, we
that's
good.
for all of us.
That's some
We
old
good.
stuff. That is some
We
old
good.
legendary shit there.
But you got to give props to him.
Yeah, my pick, I predict it'll be Alabama in the championship game. It's going to be Georgia Georgia's in the other division, right? Golly, there's where I sound like an idiot.
Georgia's the opposite. Yeah, well, I mean, they added
It's Georgia versus Florida, right? For that division, or no? It's Auburn and Alabama in their
Georgia,
division
yeah.
versus each other.
They're big rivals.
I'm actually picking Auburn this year.
Okay, they got a good quarterback.
I
They
think
got
they're
the
gonna
guy
do
that
it.
they took from Baylor. He's probably the best.
Oh, he transferred from Baylor?
He's probably the best passing quarterback in the SEC. That's
Yeah.
why I gave them a fighting chance against Alabama last year.
Wait a minute. Is this a guy that transferred from
And
Baylor?
they beat Alabama because of that guy last year. So
He transferred from Baylor
Yes.
from all that
Yes.
NCAA rule breaking shit.
yes,
Yeah.
So he's got to be good.
yes,
You don't break rules for a nobody.
that's right, and still
Yeah.
get to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you break rules and you suck, you don't play anymore. If you're a great talent or you win, like we talked about earlier, you still play on. You fight on.
I think Auburn and Alabama both make the playoff.
You think Auburn and Alabama? So 2 teams from the SEC go to the 4-team playoff?
I do.
Woo! Okay.
Man,
And
that's really impressive.
yeah. Let's see. Now,
Holy shit.
so
And the garb and everything.
what are we saying? Do you think
Miss, don't look at that.
what?
What I missed.
Don't. No, you didn't miss anything.
No.
Just don't.
Oh, I see what
Now
you're
this might be stereotypical, but is the girl she's talking to in the jeans, is she lesbian?
Yeah, I think they both are, dude.
Or is she
And they're
just-
both very lucky.
Well, I don't know. She doesn't seem.
Well, the one with the really awesome dress, she
I think that's her mom.
she's probably like
I was just gonna say she looks like an old smoker. I mean,
oh
Yeah.
it's like
no,
it's a
that's
wrinkly
good.
Face. No,
Yeah.
She's driving a Mini
She's
Cooper?
ridden a bull.
I wish that name of the bull was Tim.
She ropes and dopes. That.
She ropes some Anyways, yeah, so the SEC, I mean,
I pick only one team coming out of the SEC. I pick Alabama to come out and be in the 4-team playoff. I think it's silly, and Blair might be right. There might be 2 teams coming out of the SEC. I just think that's silly when you have 5 power conferences.
it is silly, but look what happened last year. You end up with an All-SEC national championship game.
yeah.
But
So-
the SEC right now is top heavy. I don't
It is
think.
top heavy, but
And normally
the
it's like,
national
well, we beat
perception
each
is
other
it
up.
is so much better than everybody else.
Yeah, but
now,
I
at least
think that-
OU had a good showing.
I think that perception right now is wrong, and that is going to be my segue into the next conference, which I believe is the best conference, is going to be the best conference this year.
Fuck off.
And that is the Big Ten.
Agreed.
I knew you were about to say that shit.
Look
Are
at the
you out of your mind?
Look at the AP top 10. There are 3 teams from the Big Ten in the AP national top 10.
It's funny that there's 12 teams in the Big Ten and there's 10 teams in the Big 12. Like, that shit cracks me the fuck up.
Well, it kind of makes fun of our collegiate academic standards. But we're in the Big Ten, all 12 of us. So, but the Big Ten has not only got 3 teams in the AP top 10, but then after that, you still got some major players that could knock out these other guys that are on the rise. So you've got
the 3 teams.
The 3 teams
Ohio
are
State,
Ohio
obviously.
State,
Michigan looks good.
Wisconsin.
Ooh,
And
their running game.
Penn State, who went 11-2 last year and just missed the playoff.
But they just let go. Like, their greatest player just left for the draft. And
Saquon.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
that's one
this
player.
is
I
a
mean, you still got-
this is a sum of
no,
parts.
he was the heart and soul of that team. If you lose somebody like that, yeah, your entire team changes.
Yeah.
You still, I mean,
Yeah.
and those 3 teams, and you still don't want to face Michigan or Michigan State.
And that's the next 2
So-
teams that aren't even in the top 10 who are,
Michigan's-
again, on the rise. Michigan's got an NFL-type quarterback. They've got Jabril Peppers on the defensive
shit.
side, who's an NFL player. Michigan's got some studs. They got some talent this year. And
Michigan
Michigan
doesn't have
State,
like a
Michigan
scrambling
State is
quarterback.
a sleeper. Michigan
The next
State.
question that begs is, does the Big Ten beat themselves out of the playoff?
That's a really good question.
Potentially, but they will. But they will have.
A 2-loss team will not make the playoffs.
The Big Ten will
Well,
have some respect
sometimes
this
it
year,
will.
though. The Big Ten will have some respect.
They're going to have some respect.
There will be a
but-
team, at least one
winner-
team from the Big Ten
the
will
winner-
be in the Final Four.
But
Yeah.
here's the question: does a 1-loss Big 12 or Pac-12 team get in above a 2-loss Big Ten team?
Not a Pac-12 team, I promise you that.
If
But
Washington, if Washington
a
has
Big
one
12
loss,
team.
let's say Washington loses one game early in the season,
Well,
and
the committee,
Ohio State loses 2.
the committee has shown they look at how the loss was too.
They do. They do.
Like
look
when
at
they
the
when they
overall
left
body of
out
work.
when they left out Ohio
called
State,
style
it's because remember, it wasn't just the fact that they lost to Iowa. It's because they got blown out
yeah.
by
You
Iowa
got beat the
Agreed.
fuck out of.
at home against Iowa. It was just a weird. It was a weird deal, but they got blown out, and that was actually the final determining factor. It wasn't just that they lost to Iowa; they got blown out by. It was like, what is it, 37-14
Yeah,
or
it
something
was
around that
yeah.
ballpark?
Fuck.
Like that was the actual last straw that
That's
they're
like-
we're not putting them
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
That's like slap your mama type of
So
beatdown.
to me, it seems like it may depend on, you say 1 loss versus 2 loss. It may depend on who the teams they played were.
How
lost
they
to.
Well,
lose.
it will depend on who and when,
Yeah.
but it's still human driven.
but it ain't gonna be a Pac-12 team, I promise you that.
Yeah.
It could be a 1-loss Big 12. I mean, OU, again,
It totally
OU
could.
with 1 loss.
Yeah.
Do they get in ahead of a 2-loss Big Ten team? Based on name
Oh, yeah.
alone?
Oh
they
yeah.
would.
Boy,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
If a 1-loss.
I mean, it's a
Big
whole lot
12
of
winner-
scenarios. I
Right.
mean, it's just so many different moving parts there, but it just depends.
You know,
A 1-loss Big 12 winner going and playing against an Ohio or a Big 10 winner.
Yeah.
So weird to say.
We saw this, whatever, 2008, 10, whatever,
17.
with OSU.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all about the name on the helmet. If a 1-loss Washington State is up against a 2-loss Ohio State gets in every time. Okay,
Yeah.
that is,
I totally agree. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
you know, it all depends
Yeah.
on who it is. Now Washington holds a little more respect because of what they've done in the last couple of seasons.
And they've stayed in
So
the Pac-12
they
for
may-
how many decades?
Yeah.
A 1-loss Washington may actually make it in over Ohio State with 2 losses.
Yeah. My pick for the Big Ten, because I will not pick Ohio State. Screw them.
Right.
Even if you know that they're going to
I
win
hope
it.
karma's a bitch to them this year. I hope the Beavers blow them out. Hang on, Beavers. Never mind. I hope they lose.
No, it's it.
Anyway, Ohio State. I'm not picking Ohio State. Screw them.
Michigan.
And the amount of returning players to Wisconsin is the reason why Wisconsin's in the top 4 in the beginning AP poll. But we know that just because you're in the AP preseason poll doesn't
doesn't
mean
turn out that way.
you're going to finish there. And Wisconsin has this thing where they really like to choke when it counts. Wisconsin, I love them to death, but they choke every time when it matters. I can't pick Wisconsin. And so my bold pick, even though I'm leaning towards Penn State, I'm going to be bold and go Wolverines. Anyway.
Fucking Big Blue.
Going blue. I'm picking Big Blue, and that's a bold prediction. Nobody's picking that.
To be honest with you,
I might be an idiot.
I don't think it's that bold of a prediction. They've got one of the greatest.
Did I ever bring that Coke to go?
Not yet.
No,
but
not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
I swear, who did I give it to?
It's a 30-minute ticket time.
No, that's true. I just,
Yeah.
No, he said that shit, not me.
I really had it in my hand.
No, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
No, he said that shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
pushed off on me. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
your-
gave me the stiff arm.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's good. Anytime you want. So,
I'm a failed
I picked Michigan. Who do you pick, Blair?
Big Ten.
I'm going to say Michigan. Let me look one real quick. I need.
You don't have to go with me.
Well,
Who are you
first I'm
going
gonna
with,
see
Tim?
Michigan State.
Man, I want to say Penn State, dude. Actually,
Dude, any of
I'm
the
gonna go with
seriously,
Ohio State.
Look, this is the.
I'm gonna go with Ohio State.
This is the way I feel about it. I feel
didn't
like
wanna
you
say
can
it.
pick any of those 5 teams and not be an idiot. I really think that. That's how good the conference is. That's how good those teams are.
It is good. You think the Big Ten is better? Like, I think you said that. You think the Big Ten is better than the SEC?
This year, they're the best conference in the nation.
Man,
The Big Ten's
I gotta
the Big
say-
Ten's 5 teams are better than 5 teams from the SEC
I'm liking
comparatively.
I-
Tell you what,
wanna
just looking
give-
at schedules, I'm liking Penn State. You get Ohio State, Michigan State, and Wisconsin all at home.
holy shit.
Three of your top 4.
That's pretty good.
You gotta go.
Holy
You gotta go
shit.
to Michigan.
And they're good. I mean,
Holy
they're well
shit.
coached. That Franklin guy
Thank you,
has
Trevor.
got it going on.
But no, thank you. What? I just, sorry.
You can totally grab him by the balls. It would be.
I just did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He was sitting on
It's some ninja shit.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I like her.
You can't see it. You can't even
He
see
was
it
Sitting on them.
with her mind.
You didn't catch her saying that.
With her Jedi mind, she said,
Get that shit done,
Yeah.
girl.
Yep, I'm gonna go with.
So-
I'm going with Penn State based
All
on the
right.
schedule.
Man, that's the. Like, I didn't even know that, but
So Drunk Tim says Ohio State. You sticking with that?
no.
Okay.
I'm
Blair.
gonna go with Penn State too.
All right. So 2 Penn States.
I want to be
say
smart
Michigan.
I want to be smart in December.
Okay. All right. All right. So 2 Penn States, and I say Michigan. Screw Ohio State. All right. That moves us on. We picked
That's
the
gotta
SEC.
affect them. That's gotta affect them. It has to.
We'll see.
It has
I
to.
hope it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, God, I hope it does. Anyway, all right. So the final conference. This is the one we're in. This is the one we
Care about
care the most about. The
Here we
Big effing 12.
the Big Ten.
That only has 10 teams in it, guys. We're
So-
looking for 2 more if we can get them.
I want Louisville, and I
Who
want
wants to join us?
I want Louisville, and I want BYU.
Well, you're not getting Louisville.
And I'm
You're not
really
getting
sick and
Louisville.
tired of Notre Dame's bullshit. I'm like, no, we're in a non-conference, and
Yeah.
we choose all 12 of our games. Fuck you.
I want UCF and Memphis.
Well,
Memphis
No,
has a good name.
I'd be
and
okay with
UCF
that.
not a lot of options left at this point.
Well, and here's what's
the
fucked
deal,
up.
though.
Notre
UCF, you get the Florida athletes.
Yeah,
And you get the Florida TV.
That's smart.
That's important.
yeah.
that's really wise, actually.
And trips to Orlando.
Right? Let our kids go there. Chill out and be like, hey.
we're on the road to UCF. Let's go to Orlando,
But it
guys.
also, and also geographically, if you are getting closer to the East Coast, West Virginia makes more sense in our league. Right now, West Virginia
Right.
makes 0 sense in our league. But if we
Actually,
get closer
that's
to
a good point.
But it's already happened.
Fuck.
what's that?
I mean,
Oh,
what's
they're
happened has
already in
happened.
our
Yeah.
league, but at the same time, we stand a chance to lose a team like West Virginia if we can't keep a geographic presence.
I want all conferences to be the same in all sports. Like Notre Dame, they're not in a conference in football, but they're in the Big East in basketball, which is not even a conference anymore in football. Like this is bullshit. Why is nobody why hasn't the NCAA forced?
Too much
because
money.
Notre Dame, they play a lot of games against the Big Ten. Why didn't somebody force them? Be like, no, this shit's bullshit. Get your ass into an actual conference and stop playing on your fucking name.
Yeah.
It may sound weird, but the Catholics have more money than God. So.
Yeah.
Well, God doesn't have any money. I've got more money than God. If you think about it.
So Big 12 Conference.
OU.
I would say the easy favorite right now is the University of Oklahoma.
OSU second.
Boomer Sooner. And, we got some Sooner fans in here. We got some Cowboy fans in here. Oklahoma State. So this will be pretty interesting. I would say the Sooners right now are the clear favorites because they've got one of the top offensive lines in the entire country, let alone the conference.
How many did we lose to the draft?
None. One.
And OU just like...
But yeah, their O-line is ranked top 5 in the country. We've got skill. We've got guys all over in the skill positions. Running backs, we've got Rodney Anderson returning. We've also got that Sermon guy returning. Yeah. And then as far as your wide receivers, we've got a couple of playmakers coming back, and their names just left my brain. But they're very good.
But you lost the tight end.
We did lose the tight end, and that was a big loss. But
and the quarterback.
It was Baker's. That was Baker's go-to guy, and you lose both of those. So basically, the new quarterback will have to find his go-to guy. And the new tight end is actually, they're talking some pretty high praise about him, Calcaterra, about his taking over and being a good throw-to guy for tight end. So
what year is he?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's why I was trying to.
But yeah, we've got two playmakers at receiver. We've got two playmakers at running back. We've got a great offensive line, and it was just announced yesterday. Kyler Murray, the guy who signed the $5 million bonus deal, whatever, with the Oakland Athletics, is going to be the starting quarterback for Oklahoma. Austin Kendall, they said it was real close. Kendall's got a better arm, but Kyler is a much quicker, faster quarterback. Gives them a little. Not that Austin can't run. They said Austin Kendall can run, but obviously he's more of a threat. Kyler Murray's more of a threat. So they're running with him. I figured that was a dumb moment. I know there was this controversy here. I just felt like, dude, if this guy signs a $5 million deal to go play baseball, but he's going to stay here to play a year of football, he wouldn't stick around just so he could ride the pine and watch from the bench.
No, I'd be
you're gonna bench me? Cool. I'm gonna just go play baseball like I already signed up to do. That just makes sense to me. So I just felt like it was already there. I didn't really feel like there was that big of a controversy.
And baseball players make more money anyways.
But as a Sooner fan, what it does tell me is at least we're lined up at quarterback. That does tell me that they feel confidence enough in Austin Kendall that we're fairly well set at quarterback. If Kyler leaves, something happens, we have this Austin Kendall guy. Plus, if you have Lincoln Riley as your coach, you're always going to be able to recruit quarterbacks and receivers. And it's the same with Oklahoma State. They have this long history now with Mike Gundy there and great offenses. They're always going to have guys at quarterback. They're always going to have guys at receiver that make plays. Your James Washingtons of the world. Oh, we lost James Washington. You did, and I'm sure you've got a whole bunch of guys ready to hop right in. I think it's the same thing because you put up all these points.
Good, man.
You've developed this thing where now you're going to have these great offenses. Of course you're always going to have guys.
You know what's crazy is how good, Midwest City people are.
Yeah, they get some good guys from Midwest City.
Yeah, Midwest Cityans are fantastic. I mean, I don't know why, that's random, but I just really, really like people from Midwest City.
How do you think Oklahoma State's going to finish up?
I think they'll finish third.
Third in the conference.
I think it'll be very similar to last year where you have OU on top. TCU, followed by OSU.
Shit. Man, that's saying a lot.
TCU is supposed to be decent. I mean, always got a decent defense.
Well, yeah,
do you
as long
think
as you
they're
got
good
Their
enough?
defense is
Do you
good.
think they're good enough to upset Ohio State? That's the third game of the season.
Woo-wee.
Oh, I don't know.
You know we're all rooting for them.
Yeah, we're all rooting for them. But
I'll be watching that with my eyes
it's
glued to
all
the
going,
TV.
How does this Urban Meyer situation affect them?
Yeah.
It's gonna. You see shit like this happen every year, and it's one way or the other. Either it drags the whole team down, or they get crazy pumped up and says, we're gonna win one for Gipper.
Yeah.
And then they just go out and just beat the shit out of everybody.
Right. He still gets
That's
to
what I'm
prepare
worried
the
about.
team
Right.
for the game.
And
He just doesn't
By
get
the
to.
second
He just
game?
doesn't get to coach the sideline.
you say he doesn't, but by the third game, he's probably going to be allowed to have a headset on and be up in the fucking booth.
Which would be about the same thing.
Right.
Now these days.
You know what? Nowadays,
Because they
he
talk
could-
to him in their damn helmets.
Well, hell, Joe
Yeah.
How's
Paterno
he not going to have access to that?
Joe Paterno coached his team from the booth once when he broke his leg. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
I do
that.
remember that, yeah. And you know what? He could totally be cheating the fuck out of it and have him on fucking speed dial and all that kind of shit. Yeah, call this play.
Do you think they're even worried about it? Do you think?
No.
Do you think that they are
they care.
pompous enough to where they think those first three games don't even matter? We'll just go and we'll just rock that out. We'll go knock that out real quick. We'll get Urban Meyer back. We're gonna win.
Yeah, they're not worried about it.
I don't think they're.
He's for one thing, he's already like this entire off season because this just happened last night, right?
The verdict finally came out last night.
So the sentencing, the punishment, all that kind of stuff, the discipline. No, punishment, that's the better word. So he's already spent this entire off season preparing all these kids. So yeah, they ain't worried about shit. They've still got all their talent. They've still got all of their floof, like everything. They're
Yeah.
well set in motion. It's like a working machine.
And is this similar to an NFL suspension where he gets to coach them right up until?
Yeah, he just can't. Yeah, he just can't on game day. He just can't be
he
there.
coaches them through the week.
Exactly. He prepares them
So
the
that's
entire
not
week.
Oh wow! See, that's
That's the
scary.
bullshit
Scouting.
of the suspension.
The
The only
scouting,
game he
everything.
can't do that is the first game against the Beavers.
Wow.
The other two games, yeah, he can prepare them for Rutgers and TCU all week. He just can't be on the sidelines.
So
Right? Isn't that insane?
that's just.
You
that's
know, of
stupid.
course they're gonna beat Rutgers. They're gonna beat Rutgers.
Yeah. So
Hopefully their coach, like Rutgers coach, is like, hey, this fucking asshole, let's beat his fucking ass.
yeah, I don't know how much that's going to help in college, though. Sometimes players are just straight up better. You know, you can
Yeah.
get all fired up you want, and
Like a stallion.
yeah.
Or
So
a quarter horse.
yeah, like Blair's dogs. You know, they just run over. I mean, they're beasts.
Blair has
Pure
Great
beasts,
Danes, by the way.
thoroughbreds.
Hashtag sun-kissed Great Danes.
Hashtag sun-kissed Great Danes.
You
Look
know,
it up.
our grandfather, he had a Great Dane named Boomer.
Yep. No sooner.
Well, I'm sure that's why he named it that.
He didn't have a second one named Sooner.
That would have been great.
That's some
Boomer, Sooner, come here.
Nobody ever responded. Gosh.
Well, I was just a kid, so I didn't know any different.
If you're in the forest and you call out to Boomer, you know, and no one says Sooner, does it even exist? I don't know.
Does anyone hear sound?
Right. Okay, so we're going to try to wrap this up. Let's go Final Four. Drunk Tim, who's your Final Four? Who's in the playoffs?
Wait, okay, so we didn't even talk about what I thought about who was going to win the Big 12.
Oh.
I think I blurted it out, though.
Yeah, I think you did.
That
but-
was weird that he chose OSU as third, because no, that ain't happening. My Midwest City brethren, he's going to take him to number 2.
Oh. You
Really?
think Oklahoma,
Number 2
Oklahoma
in
State.
the conference, not
Right.
in the country.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
New quarterback, new defense.
No, he'll figure it out. He always has.
More power to you. I appreciate
Nice.
that.
He
Very-
took
very
over
high.
for Les Miles, that piece of shit.
Let's not
Whoa,
forget.
whoa.
Les Miles was
Let's-
a fucking asshole and a liar. He's like, no, he totally is.
Let's
He
not,
totally
forget, let's not
was.
forget
Hey,
that Les Miles kind of
hey.
ushed in.
Yeah, how do you really feel about it?
He spearheaded
No.
what is OSU right now.
I get that.
If not for Les Miles, OSU is in a completely different.
Yeah, we could. They
right now.
wouldn't be in their prominence that they are now.
All right.
So either way, I'm still pissed because he fucking told everybody because Michigan was looking at him and LSU was looking at him and all that kind of
for
stuff.
him, OSU was a stepping stone job.
Yes.
You know
I
what?
know,
He
but
lied.
don't lie. Just don't
Okay,
lie. Be a
listen.
real person.
He did not tell the truth about the fact that other schools were looking at him. At least he didn't say, "Hey, Zach, you're beating your wife. Carry on."
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does
know
not
what
make
that
him a
is.
bad person. That makes him just.
No, I'm
a
just
coach.
pissed. I'm just pissed because I don't know if you know this, but like I'm a fan of OU and OSU, just not on that same day.
Right.
I'd always root for OU, except for that one time that Brandon Whedon played against them, and they had a shot at going to a national title, and OU didn't, and they beat OU, and they got screwed and fucked because of the Iowa State
I knew you were
loss.
gonna say
You
they-
rooted for OSU that day?
I did.
They hammered.
My
OU.
God.
You
They
hate me
beat 'em.
now,
They
don't
hammered 'em.
you?
I have to take your fan card away. You jumped ship. You joined the other team just because they had a shot.
Yes, because you know me, I love the underdogs. I love the underdogs.
They weren't
And-
an underdog that year. They beat the piss out of OU, and it wasn't even close. And
No, they were totally the underdog, and they got screwed.
Against
And
OU?
it showed. No, they
Oh,
were
okay. I was like,
To win the
no.
national championship.
Yeah, to go to the national championship game, and they
Gotcha.
went and beat a really good Andrew Luck fucking Stanford team.
Wow.
And like Joy and I, like we went to like this bar, and like there were some asshole Stanford fans there, and anyways,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
who you got in the Final Four?
OU is going to, like, they're going to win the Big 12 again. That's what they do.
All right.
And it's probably going to be Alabama as well.
Okay.
And fuck, I want to say Penn State, but I think it's going to be Ohio State.
You just picked Penn State to win the conference.
I know.
So Ohio State's going to lose the conference and go in the Final Four.
No,
They won a
let's
national
go with
championship that way.
Penn State. Penn
Yeah.
State.
Let's not forget that.
All right, so Penn State.
Penn State's gonna like come up, which is a really
Dude,
impressive.
Don't second guess yourself. That's actually
So-
a pretty good pick.
Clemson.
All right.
Is that what you were just pointing? Yeah,
Yeah.
Clemson.
Blair,
Definitely.
what you got?
Alabama, Auburn, Penn State, and Clemson.
Alabama, Auburn, Clemson, and Penn State.
That is quite an auspicious pick. I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Auspicious.
That's bold.
Squirty.
Squirty.
I feel like I got to balance words out here. We're going $5 words,
No,
and I go to like the 50-cent squirty.
$100 words.
Auspicious, squirty.
Man, that's a squirty
Would
word.
be, that would be our version of word game. Auspicious.
Hey, if you're
Squirty.
if you're Alec Baldwin, don't be using that word.
Yeah. So,
You know he'll get in trouble.
all right. So my choices, I've got to go with. I hate to go with this, but Alabama. I think Alabama, Clemson are automatic. Unfortunately. And everything with my being wants to pick OU to go to this thing.
But there's so many questions that aren't answered, so it's really difficult to do that.
It is. I'm going to choose. Well, I chose Michigan to come out of the Big Ten, and I think they're not going to leave the Big Ten. They can't leave the Big Ten out this year in the Final Four. I picked Michigan. I got to go with Michigan in the Final Four.
Ooh-wee!
And just to be a little
man.
different, I'm going to say Washington goes undefeated and is the fourth team
Nice.
Hey,
in the Final Four.
Listeners, by the way, like this was already a disclaimer by the name of the show. This is two idiots talking sports. So
Damn. So that's what you're saying about me,
there's
huh?
the epitome of that question.
Wow.
Shit.
All right.
Fucking Washington?
Washington Huskies, undefeated, Pac-12 sends a team. The Big 12 is left sitting on the couch watching the game from home.
With probably a good bowl game. They'll be playing a Cotton Bowl and shit like that.
Yeah, and young
yeah.
cheerleader girlfriends. They're watching the game. like with sorority houses or something.
Like way earlier than those teams that you're predicting.
So that's our college football preview. As informative as it was, that's what we got.
I'm really appreciative to all of you guys that listen. This is so much fun. It's really great that you listen. I hope that we gave you some entertaining time, and I hope that you will continue listening.
Absolutely. We're new to social media. You can follow us. We're on the Facegram and Facebook and Instagram and the Twitter. And so you can follow us on Twitter. If you have any questions you want us to answer, and you've heard the show, we talk about all sorts of crap. So I'm kind of, who knows what kind of questions could be thrown our way, sports related or not.
We've got good answers probably for all of them.
Yeah, remember, we're Two Idiots Talk Sports. We're tits. Be sure to check out all of our different feeds. I want to thank everybody that's here today. Thanks for taking your time, and really happy with the show. I think it's been pretty awesome, a lot of fun. Talked some really crazy shit, talked some good sports stuff. So
we'll see how this college football season turns out.
All right. So
hopefully we're right.
From us to you, have a great weekend. Have a great week. Enjoy some sports, and we'll be doing another show here in about a week and a half. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Have you ever felt like shutting the fuck up?
Well, I'm out, man.